before Santa Claus became the smiling symbol of joy and generosity, before the red suit, before the reindeer and the gifts, Christmas had a shadow, a darker presence that followed the sound of bells through snowy villages, a creature that did not reward good children, but punished the bad ones. Tonight we uncover the forgotten legend that once walked beside Santa Claus, and his name was Krampus. The Santa Claus we know today is warm, friendly, and safe. A jolly old man who rewards children with gifts if they behave well throughout the year. His image is everywhere. Movies, commercials, songs, and holiday decorations. But this version of Santa is surprisingly modern. In fact, it's only about 100 years old, and it hides a much older and much darker origin. Long before Santa Claus, there was Saint Nicholas of Myra. He lived during the 4th century in what is now modern-day Turkey. Saint Nicholas was known as a protector of children, but also as a strict moral figure. He rewarded kindness, generosity, and honesty, but he also believed in discipline. In early stories, Saint Nicholas did not simply give gifts. He judged behavior. Good children were rewarded. Bad children were warned, corrected, and sometimes punished. This balance between reward and consequence was central to early winter traditions. And that's where folklore took a darker turn. In ancient Europe, winter was not festive. It was terrifying. Cold meant hunger. Darkness meant danger. And survival depended on obedience and community rules. So parents used stories to teach children how to behave. Not cheerful stories, but frightening ones. Across pagan winter traditions, spirits roamed the night. Some brought blessings, others brought punishment. And from these long winter nights, a creature emerged. Krampus was born in the alpine regions of Europe, Austria, Bavaria, and parts of Germany. He was described as half man, half beast, with horns like a goat, chains that rattled in the night, and bells that warned children he was near. Krampus did not kill. He did not attack villages. His role was simple. He punished naughty children. In some stories, he carried switches made of birch branches. In others, he dragged misbehaving children away in a sack, never to be seen again. Every December, villagers celebrated Krampusnacht, a night when men dressed as Krampus and roamed the streets, reminding everyone that judgment came with winter. Krampus was feared, given a face. Santa Claus and Krampus were never enemies. They were partners, two sides of the same story. One rewarded obedience. The other enforced it, light and shadow, kindness and consequence. As cultures evolved, the story split. Santa became softer, kinder, more joyful. Krampus absorbed all the darkness, and slowly he was pushed into the shadows. As Christianity spread and societies modernized, fear was removed from children's stories. Christmas became about warmth, family, and generosity. Punishment no longer fit the image. Krampus was labeled too frightening, too pagan, too dark, so he was erased. But legends never truly disappear. They wait. In recent years, Krampus has returned through folklore festivals, movies, books, and modern horror stories. Why? Because beneath the joy of the holidays, we still feel the pull of the old stories, the ones that remind us that light is only meaningful because darkness exists. So the next time you hear bells on a cold winter night, ask yourself, is it Santa Claus coming to reward you, or is something older, something darker and still watching? If you enjoy dark stories and forgotten legends, subscribe to Spooky Fairy Tales for more stories from the shadows. Sweet dreams.